with Robin. Hi, I'm Robin, of course. Okay, so we're going to get started with planting seeds. We're going to do seed starting. We're going to use the mixture that we used the other day, the seed starter mixture that we made. Remember, we let it set so everything can mingle together. And now we're going to use it to start our seeds. And later on, in the next segment, I'm going to show you how to transplant. But you'll have to go to Grow Me Part 2 in order to get the container mixture that you need to use, because you don't use a seed starter mixer. You're going to use a container mixture. But let's back up a little bit. Right now, we're just going to concentrate on seed starting. Now, the important things to remember when you start your seeds is you don't want your mixture to compact down like we had talked about before. You want to make sure that when the roots start developing, that they can maneuver into the soil, because they have to have room to grow. And once they have little leaves that come up, that's when you put them in the light. Before that, you don't have to put them in the light. You can put them in the dark. You can just put a cover on them. You can just put them up. But they don't really need the light until they have leaves. So that will be a little bit later. Right now, I want to back up a little bit one more time, because I have an event coming up that I would like to talk about for a minute. And it will be at Coastal Landscape Supplies. I'm going to start selling seeds and starter plants this coming up weekend. It will be Saturday the 2nd. I'm sorry, April the 2nd. It is Saturday. I will be there, and I will be selling my starter sets, my plants, and some seeds. And I have onion sets also that I'll be selling. Again, this at Coastal Landscape Supplies is where I'm going to be. It'll start about 8 o'clock, and I think they close at 5, as far as I know. I'll be out front, and I hope you come and that you come and buy some stuff. I'll put the card at the end of this video. That way you can see the address. I'll give you the address and everything that you need if you want to come and join us. All right, so I'm going to take a quick break while I get everything set up for our seed starting. But I have a little clip of my grandson planting seeds with his mama. It is so cute. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be right back. So stay tuned, go nowhere, and I'll see you in a minute.
Wait.
What are you doing, Tanner? You're planting seeds? Okay. Okay, Mama, let him help you. Look at all those seeds. Are those cucumbers? Please don't put that in your nose.
Okay, ready? Let's push.
Okay.
Push.
Keep going.
Gotta push it deeper. Push.
Come on, help Mama.
Push. And then cover it up. Good job.
Okay, it doesn't have to go all the way to the bottom.
Okay, that's far enough. We got dirt.
Come on.
Push.
Here's some more.
Push. Say push. It's okay. It's okay. It's down in there. Push. Oh, we're going to get 3 in this one because I put 3 in. I already closed it.
That's okay.
3. Push.
I don't even know what he's doing anymore.
Just pushing them in there.
Okay.
They might be intertwined by the time we get them out. Tanner. Stop, boy. Quit throwing dirt at Mama.
Yay! Fist bump, Bubba. Fist bump. No, that's a knife. Fist bump.
Fist bump.
Come on.
High 5.
Yay! Welcome back, guys. So now I'm ready to start the seeds into the small containers. As you can tell, I have a container. By the way, I hope you enjoyed my grandson. He was precious, wasn't he? He gets really excited when he gets to do things. He has a very little vocabulary, but he's a cutie. So I have the seed starter mix. I put it in a container, and I made sure that it was still moist. Now, that's the first thing that you need to do whenever you look at it the next day. You need to make sure that it will clump up. If it doesn't, then you need to add a little bit more water to it, because sometimes it dries out, because you have to remember the vermiculite is going to absorb some of the water. So it's going to take some of the water out of it. All you have to do is just water it again. And like I said, just do a little bit at a time. Don't do too much. And just squish it to make sure that you get all the goodness in here, all of it wet. And you're gonna make a mess. I have a glove on my hand, not on this, but on this, because I cut my hand earlier whenever I was outside pulling up weeds, getting ready for my garden. I haven't even done my garden yet. Okay, so what we're gonna start off with, I'm gonna try to stop saying so. We're gonna do gourds. These are my little containers that I like to use, and I either have a 6 count or I have a 12 count. I like using these little containers, and you can get them on Amazon. You get a bottom, you get an insert, and you get a top. And it's like a little mini greenhouse is what it is. I use these a lot to start my seeds, and then after they get so big, then I transfer them to another pot. But we're going to start off with this. We're going to put a tray underneath it so we don't make too much of a mess. And we're going to put this seed concoction in here. I won't say concoction. It's a good word. I like that word. But we're going to put a bunch of it in here. Some people tap it. You can see what I'm doing. I put a lot in here. Kind of tap it a little bit. And then I push it down with my fingers to make sure that it's down in there really good. Because when you start watering it, it's going to sink. You don't want it to sink too much. You want to make sure that you get enough in here. So I'm going to do this one kind of far away, and then the next one that I'm going to do it up close so you can really see what I'm doing. This one is ready. As you can tell, all the little cups are really tight. I'm going to take the seeds out of here. And I like to put, depending on the seeds, and these are gourds. I wanted to grow some gourds. I'm going to put 2 per container. And I have this little stick that I use if it's kind of small. The rule of thumb on a seed is whatever the size the seed is, you double that whenever you put it down in the soil, is what you're supposed to do. But you see how deep these are? You can only put it so deep. So I'm just going to put it so deep down in here. I'm going to use my little stick to push it down a little bit farther. And like I said, I'm going to put 2. I'm going to go ahead and use all these. There aren't that many left. And in the bigger containers, if you have the 4 like this one is, you can put more than 2. You can actually put up to 4 seeds in each one. Because when you transplant, all you're going to do is separate them and put them in bigger containers. And I do that quite a bit. It saves me money. If you're trying to save money, don't do 1 per 1. Unless it's little bitty teeny tiny ones. Even these 12 packs, you can do 2. 2 to 3 of those. And then I always forget where I'm planting, so hopefully I didn't plant anything in this one. I guess we'll figure it out whenever it comes up, huh? So I had exactly enough for 2 per thing. Plus I had 1 left over, so I'm going to stick it right here. And now I need to order more gourd seeds. I love that word, gourd. Yay. Okay, so that is pretty well it. What we're going to do next, we're going to put it in the little box, the little tray. I'm going to water it real good on top. Not a whole lot, because remember, your soil is already wet. And then we're going to put a little greenhouse top on it. And from here, it's going to go into my little mini greenhouse that was given to me last year. It was a gift from an anonymous person that was very kind. I'm going to put it in there, and I'll come back each morning. As my routine is, I go in there every morning and I'll check and make sure that nothing needs to be watered. You'll know when it needs to be watered, because your soil mixture will turn a light color. You'll see how it is. Right now you can feel the weight from the wet. When it's dry, Remember how I told you that it's real light? It'll be extremely light. But you don't want it to go without water because they can't germinate. And like I like to start out, I close it. These have little openings. I close this completely whenever I start out. And then in like a week, I'll open it up a little bit and give it a little bit of breather. But right now, we want it to warm up in here because the warmer it is, it needs to be warm for it to germinate, not cold. They cannot germinate in the cold. It has to be warm. So there's one done. Now the next one that I'm going to do, oh wait, I almost forgot. I made a label. Label is very important. You must make sure that you put a label in here so you'll remember what you planted. Yeah, that's not a good thing to forget. So, I'm going to try to quit saying so. I'm still doing it, isn't I? This one I'm going to do cantaloupes in now. Oh, I got 2 of them. And all I did was, these sticks are really cheap. You can get them like $1,000 to a box. And then I bought a little labeler and I just label it. It's very simple. What I'd like to do now is bring you in a little bit closer. That way you can see how I pack this. Or I can lean a little bit closer your direction, one or the other. But this is a 12 pack is what it is. We're going to do a 12 pack. We're going to do the same thing we did a while ago. We're going to take this and just rub it all over the top of it. Anything big you want to take out. Sorry about that. Because you have to remember, these are tiny, tiny seeds. And like I said, there's no obstruction. You don't want to have any kind of obstruction for them. See, it's full. We're going to tap it a little bit. And see how it moved down a little bit? And now we're going to take our fingers and we're just going to push it down in here a little bit more. And you're probably telling yourself, oh my gosh, you just said don't compact, that the seeds can't, the little roots can't move around. Remember, we had the vermiculite in here and we had the perlite. And the perlite, even though we're compacting it, it still has little air bubbles in it. So now we're going to put some more on top because we want to fill it up. We're going to leave a little bit of gap at the top, of course. That's in case you have to put some more on top of it. So we're going to pack it a little bit more. And now we're going to open our seeds. This is like, I think the longest that it takes to do anything is to do the seeds. But it's very rewarding. It's a lot cheaper too. If you want to know the truth, it's so much cheaper to do your own seeds than it is to buy the plants. Because the plants are going to cost you $3, $4, and $5 a piece now. Ooh, I don't have enough. Hello. Give me just a minute. I'm going to go get some more seeds and I'll be right back. I'm back. I went and got us some more seeds. I didn't have enough because I want to make sure that we put at least 2 per cell. So that will give us 24 plants if they all come up. And even though you put 24 does not mean 24 is going to come up. Now we're going to use our little stick. And we're just going to push them down in there. And these seeds are about this big. So we're going to put them just a little bit farther down in there. And I like to put the pointy side up. I really think that's how they grow. And unless somebody else can prove me differently, that's what I look at. Give me just a minute. This just is tedious. It takes a little bit to do it. But, like I said, it's a lot cheaper than buying the plants. And you can actually harvest your own. These are seeds I harvested last year. I had a cantaloupe last year. Just to tell you a story while I'm doing this. Last year's the first year I planted cantaloupes and watermelons. And my watermelons did great. I had watermelons where I was giving them away to my neighbors because I had so many. But I only had like 3 cantaloupes. And the bad part is, I went out there one night, and it was like I had 3 cantaloupes, like I said. And I thought, no, I'm not going to pick them because my grandbabies will come over the next day, and they're going to want to pick them. They get really excited when they see stuff out on the vines. And I thought that'd be cool, you know, they'll get to pick the cantaloupe and see what it's like. Well, we went out there the next day to get them, and they were busted open, all 3 of them. A raccoon had a field day that night. He ate the insides out of them, and he left the holes, which I was not too happy about. Because I actually like cantaloupe very much. And I smelt it, and it smelled so good. Which the kind that I'm planting, hang on just a minute, I'll tell you what it is. I can't see it right now. They're called Hell's Best. It's just an off-brand. It's called American Seeds. And they're very, very sweet. Very good. Okay. So all that is done. All the extra seeds I'm going to put back in the bag. Oops. And I'm just throwing them all over the floor. I'm going to have to clean my floor up again. Oops. Yep, I see them all down there. I'll get them up in a minute. I'm going to put this in here so I know what kind they are. Now we're going to take our fingers and we're just going to cover them up. Make sure the holes are covered. And then if you need a little bit more, then you put a little bit more soil in here to make sure that they're well covered. Okay. Now we're going to take our little mini greenhouse. And again, you can get these on Amazon. They come in a package. We're going to water it real good. This little water I got, I think it was at Lowe's. It's Lowe's or Tractor Supply. Those are the 2 places that I do a lot of my shopping. My stick, tag, or whatever you want to call it. And then we're going to put the top on it. Make sure the holes are closed. And then we're going to wait. And then tomorrow morning we're going to put it inside my greenhouse, which is set on a timer. That's why it's off right now, because it's late at night. It's set from 7 at night it goes off, and 7 in the morning it comes back on. That way it's on the cycle like it is outside. And I'm going to check it, make sure that it doesn't need any water. So that's all you do. If you have any questions, please let me know. This is Robin again with Back to My Roots Living. God is good. And I hope you stay tuned for our next session, which is going to be Grow Me #2, where I will do container mixture. Just like we did the seed starter mixture, we're going to do container mixture and get ready to transplant. Transplanting will be about 2 weeks from now, but I do have some plants already that I need to transplant, so I'll make sure I do that by next Saturday. I'll see you soon, and remember to look and see if you're in the local area. Come and see me Saturday, April the 2nd. Bye, y'all.